Hello everyone, so today we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to be talking less about circuits and drills and that. We're going to be talking more about running and running technique. Reason being, obviously in lockdown there might be more people that have started running, or people that have been running but are running more frequently than they have been. So here's just a few tips to make your running more efficient, help you run longer, run faster, and prevent some potential injuries. So first part, let's talk about posture. And you may be thinking, posture? What do you mean posture? What's good posture for running? Nice and tall head, you don't want to be looking at the floor. Looking down obviously brings your body forwards and over. Another problem that we may see more and more of in these times when people are sitting at their desks more, sitting on their sofas more, is this rounding of the shoulders. No, this is a bad posture. You want to be up nice and tall, shoulders back, nice and relaxed. A big issue that comes up, especially when you get tired, is people lift their shoulders up around their ears. And again, that just doesn't help. That's a lot of energy used to hold them shoulders up there, so you just want to keep them relaxed, nice and loose down there. The next point I want to make is your arms. What to do with your arms. Your arms work in pairs with your legs. Your right arm works with your left leg, your left arm works with your right leg. So if you imagine there's a line that goes down the centre of your body, your arms don't want to cross that line. I like to think of just keeping my arms relaxed and moving the elbows. So you swing your elbow back and forth. The reason why I think about elbows is you might see a lot of people drumming down the road. It does nothing for you. It's that elbow, that swing of the elbow, the arm moving backwards and forwards, which works with the legs. Let's talk about the hips. When you run, you want to be nice and tall, and everything wants to be above your hips. So you don't want to let your hips tilt forwards. You want that over exaggerate that curve in your back. You want to bring the pelvis up and hold it there. Now when you run, a slight lean forward is okay, but you don't want to be like that, and you definitely don't want to be like that. The reason being is, up nice and tall, it allows your leg to come past and your glutes to work on that extension there. As your hips start to rotate forwards, what happens is your glutes turn off, your bum, it stops working, and it all comes from your hamstring. You can't really get much of a push back, so what you end up doing is overstriding to the front to make that stride length, which we'll go into a little bit more in a minute. If you go for a long jog or a run and you find you've really got tight hamstrings, you stretch them, and they never get any better, this could be why, because you're letting that rotate that way. They're doing all the work. So if these are doing all the work, you're overworking your hamstrings. You can stretch them all day long until you start correcting the posture and activating your glutes. They won't get any better. Okay, so now on to arguably one of the most important points of running: foot contact with the floor. What I'd expect from distance runners or joggers to be hitting flat foot. There's a bit of a debate of whether you should heel toe or flat foot. I'm in the flat foot area, but if you heel to toe, no problem with that, unless you heel to toe out there, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Where your foot makes contact with the floor, so for a sprinter, I'd be expecting it to be directly under my hips there. For if I'm going out jogging, it'll be a little bit in front, like that. But what is important is that my knee is above my ankle. Now, what usually happens when people heel toe is they land ankle outside of knee, and what's happening there is every step you take, you are braking and slowing down, which means that as you come over, you've got to work even harder to keep that speed up. Whereas if you keep it there nice and close and underneath, then you're basically rolling every stride. So you're not wasting your energy by braking. As it comes through, this is where your bum works, so it pushes you forwards and gets that full extension. We're going to talk about cadence now. Basically, cadence is how many steps you take in a minute. That is your cadence. So if your cadence is too slow, it's very possible you're probably overstriding, going into that braking posture that I was talking about earlier. If your cadence is too fast, it probably means that you're wasting a bit of your strides, wasting your stride length. So to work out your cadence, count 10-15 seconds, and that will give you your minute's worth of cadence. What I normally do or suggest is run for a little bit of time first, 45 seconds, a minute, so you find your natural rhythm, and then work it out from there. But don't start from a stationary start and try and work out your cadence, because it just won't be the same. The average cadence of a good runner would be around about 180 steps a minute, which is pretty tough. it looks pretty fast when you're running. Now, a way to improve your cadence is there's so many apps, metronome apps. Say if your cadence was 160, don't just set it to 180, because that will be tough. That will be really hard to change that leg speed that quickly. I think the recommended stat is up your cadence by 1 stride per minute a week. So if it was 160, it will take 20 weeks to get to 180. What you need to do is you need to practice those tips. You can't just go out one day and think, I'm going to change from running heel to toe to running the ball of my foot. It'll work for a little bit, but you're going to get really tired really quickly. So what I'd recommend is going out and setting aside a section of your run. So 5 minutes somewhere into it, 10 minutes somewhere into it, where you really focus on that change.